Vincent Elliott here live on YouTube. We have a special treat. I'm going to bring an interview to you right now with Dana BEAL, renowned frontline cannabis activist and advocate, and his daughter Avia. So, brief history. I know Dana BEAL from the annual cannabis march and parades that he founded and he's the creator of. So he led the fight for legalization of cannabis, and we're here today. He helped. And the celebration was always based around May Day for the people and the people's rights. So I marched in many of these marches. We had Aaron K., the Pie Man, the Pope of Dope, David Peel. And I was always there from a young man, marching with my brothers and friends and all the hippies and pot lovers and weed smokers. And Dana BEAL always reminded me of George Washington for cannabis. So we're going to go to Dana now, and he's also, besides for the advocation of cannabis and the legalization of cannabis, his longtime passion project is IBOGAINE. He can help. He wants to bring you the information that he's been helping addicts recover with this African herb ibogaine, and that it should go mainstream for the masses to help people with addictions. And he's been to Africa to get the herb and to help them make it and things like that. And he's always on the front line. So here's Dana BEAL and his daughter Avia to talk about ibogaine and anything else he'd like to say.
Hi, it's me. Yeah, I'm getting ready to go to Africa today. I'm actually waiting around for my flight. And I have to leave about 4:30 to get to JFK in time. But I'm going to Casablanca. Not to meet Rick or Captain Reno. just I got a room because it's a long layover.
Speak up as loud as you can.
I said, I get a room because it's a long layover, and then I'll finally get some sleep, probably.
Tell the people about ibogaine.
Well, I'm going to pick up some ibogaine, because we started a little factory, a little lab in Ghana with a local chemist there, and the Yoruba people hide, who of course is an ex-Black Panther. Me being an ex-Yippie, there's still a Black Panther Yippie connection, as there always was.
All right.
So anyway, I wanted to talk, because I was recently in a little video, and they were going back to the origins of things. And we originated ibogaine because we had a problem in the pot movement, which is people would take fronts. They might take big fronts, and then they wouldn't pay for them because it turned out they were addicted to heroin or they were spending mad money on cocaine. So we knew there was a guy from Brooklyn. He moved to Staten Island. His name was Howard Lotsoff, and he had discovered that you could take this psychedelic drug, which was otherwise we thought was just like LSD, but turned out to be more like a sticky Prozac. You could take this if you were in withdrawal. You couldn't even get opiates. And 30 minutes later, your withdrawal goes away. And at the end of the ibogaine trip, which is long and intense, the withdrawal doesn't come back. That seemed to be like something that would make a difference to people. We didn't know that it was a nerve growth promoter, that it would fight Parkinson's, or it would be good for traumatic brain injury, actually heal people. 1,200 vets so far.
Other people are using it for this purpose in other places?
Yeah, well, what I'm saying is this Ambio, who's kind of like run by a friendly rival of mine named Jonathan Dickinson, has about 100 people at any time. People are going through there. They're not staying a month. They're staying like maybe 10 days, 14 days.
Does ibogaine have an ancient past, like it was used for a long time?
Oh, yeah. The interesting thing about it is the pygmies. Right? It starts with the pygmies.
Speak up, because we don't have a good mic.
20,000 years ago. And of course, the other big pygmy plant medicine is cannabis. They have joints that are bigger than the pygmy. So they're called the Twa people, and they were subjected to genocide during the Rwanda genocide, like
Wow.
Other people that weren't Hutu, I guess.
Let's turn to...
The point is, they have used these two plants together, right, for many
Ibogaine and
thousands of
which and which plant?
cannabis.
Oh, wow.
They really complement each
Far out.
Right now I'm doing a little bit of a root bark. I chewed it this morning for my Parkinson's symptoms.
How are you? Are you?
Let's turn to Avia now. Let's turn to Avia now. Avia.
But
Dana was good.
Okay.
Let me finish.
Sure.
what
Pardon
I'm
me.
saying.
Sorry.
You know, the point is, I'm going to Vienna to begin production of Dr. Lotzov's Parkinson's elixir, which will have 8 grams of our wonderful ibogaine in it, and 8 milligrams of ibogaine, and 300 milligrams of CBD THCV.
Wow.
So, wish me luck. If this works, I'll be able to go to jail and get out and have money, which is all.
Of course, we wish you luck.
Yeah, I got busted for pot. I got to go to jail for 4 months. But let me give her impressions.
Anything you would like to say on behalf of your dad and his Ibogaine? His Ibogaine work?
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank Vincent, my good friend here, for giving Dana a platform to speak. We really appreciate Vincent. I mean, should we mention the documentary? Is that for sure? Is that for sure coming out?
Just, I wouldn't even go into it.
She wants to mention
What's
it.
the next thing? Not the last thing.
Well, I'm not really prepared to talk about my next.
We're live, guys. What do we want to talk about for the people?
It's not going to be on air for.
This is live.
24 hours.
I know, but what can we share with the people about Dana?
Dana, we just filmed a documentary, and you know what? I'll talk about it a little bit. I'm assuming that it's gonna be out, that it's actually gonna get aired.
420
in
not
Hulu.
till April.
Yeah. And
So
he's
this
acting
is-
like that's a huge amount of time.
So it's like a
4 months-
promotion.
Yeah, 4 months is like a good amount of time.
So this is like promotion.
Right. But it's promotion in the sense of the documentary is being released. So when the documentary is released, up until that point, while Dana's in jail, I'm going to be scaling up the media company that we're reinvigorating, which is something I very, very briefly talked to the people at Jimmy Kimmel about. So hopefully some partnerships might evolve there. But if not, they did us a really big favor just by giving us a new audience. There's billions of people in the world who do not know the history of prohibition in the United States and how it has affected the rest of the world.
Is there a name of this show?
We don't know what the it's a 4-part documentary series.
Yeah,
it's about
in
Tom
Hulu.
Forsyth,
Yeah,
and it's about the
20-minute
founding.
segment or something.
No, it's 4 20-minute episodes, and
Hold on.
each episode is about Tom Forsyth. Each episode, and they've picked a different main character for each episode. You're the main character for one episode. I've been trying to explain this to him. He doesn't listen to me. He has other things in his mind. He's thinking about the political state of the world.
Actually, I
Okay.
had
Medicine.
I had a misimpression. Actually, was laboring under a misimpression.
Right. Well, he was laboring under
If what
the.
you're saying is true, I will go back and ask. That puts a slightly different spin on things.
The reason why they wanted to get the emotional reactions out of him about his experiences of having been imprisoned and being separated from his family was because they wanted to be able to depict what Tom would have been like if he would have aged into activism rather than tragically taking his own life. And so me being the daughter was kind of the closest thing that Dana has to a Gabrielle, who was also there. And thankfully I got to meet Gabrielle, and honestly we bonded, we connected. I'm really surprised that I haven't met her before now. She didn't know about me. A lot of people don't know about me because, quite frankly, I've kept my life very private compared to Dana's life. But Dana, you should have paid attention to me because they wanted to see more emotion from you, and you may or may not be the star of that episode based on what performance you were able to achieve. Well, it's too late now.
Well, no.
But no. The point is that
Also-
you should listen to me when I'm telling you things, because I don't tell you things for no reason. I don't speak just to hear myself
Okay.
talk.
I'm going to say something. Dana is always on the front line. They mentioned jail. He's doing a little thing. He's going to deal with it. And the show they were talking about is Jimmy Kimmel, right?
Not really.
No?
It's not Jimmy Kimmel.
Didn't
no,
he have
it's-
something to do with it?
It's the production company Kimmelot, and they're doing a four-part
he's a
series.
partial
It doesn't
owner.
have to do with Jimmy
It's
Kimmel.
going to be aired on.
It's connected to Jimmy Kimmel, no?
It's his production company.
Right, okay.
Called Kimmelot. I don't like to repeat myself.
Okay,
Pay attention when I'm
right.
speaking.
Of course.
It's his production company called Kimmelot.
Okay.
And it's going to air on Hulu in April. It's a 4-part series with 20-minute episodes, and Dana's ostensibly the star of one of the episodes. And if he didn't fuck it up by just, Dana's an activist. He's not an actor. So when you ask him to speak, he has a whole spiel, and so that's what they got.
Yeah, they got the spiel. But
I see, I see.
I think there's a bias in the producers of this thing, where they're going to really only focus on pot because that's what they said.
It's
they
about
told me.
okay.
It's about weed.
It's not a bias. It's not a bias. Focus. Dana, you're not understanding. It's not a bias. It's a documentary about Tom Forsad and the founding of High Times. That's what the documentary is about. It's not about you. It's not about IBOGAINE. So it's not a bias.
But they feature him as part of it.
Yeah, but it's not a bias.
Okay, let's move on to something else. I'm going to say something.
What I'm saying is
Hold
they-
on, hold
they
on.
do not
Wait.
accurately- They do not accurately.
Okay. All right, hold on. I'm going to say something.
Actual
Accurately
political
depicts
orientation.
anything.
All right, folks,
Look
please.
at his theory of
Well, how
film.
can they follow somebody?
Okay, please, I want to say
Didn't
something,
die.
guys.
Except they don't follow them.
Dana, Evia, Vincent. So
Dana wants
I
some
just
reality
want to
show.
remind you that I was trying to say
It is what it is. I'm not going to say.
Dana's dealing with some legal issues on behalf of his activism and helping other people's. And he's been a senior citizen for a while, and he lives like a youthful young man running about doing things on behalf of other people and not just himself. So there's no reason he should be incarcerated or going through any jail thing to help AIDS patients get something to feel better with. And so I just wanted to say that, and we're going to go back to Dana.
Dana, do you have anything to say as a closing remark?
Well, I'm going to court on next Tuesday.
Is there any way to support your cause over the internet?
Yeah, there's a GoFundMe.
What's it called?
But
There's
you can
two-
put
there's
money
two
into
different
GoFundMe.
GoFundMes.
The best thing to do is, when I go to jail, send me books that you feel that I should read. But don't send a dumb book like Elliott did.
You didn't. Okay. Well, you're not there yet,
Elliott.
but we'll work up to that.
Yeah, we'll give people the
And
address.
I might not go to jail.
I don't think you should.
I might be in pre-sentence investigation limbo for up to 8 weeks.
That doesn't say. That's not.
And that means I don't go to jail, but I'm really kind of like on special, we're watching you all the time status
Yeah, you can't leave the
for,
country.
well, I don't know.
Okay, we're not there yet.
Yeah.
So,
We're not there yet. No, the
What do you
big thing
wanna
is, can
tell
they get me to
Dana?
piss in a cup?
This is why live
Dana Beal.
lives aren't great.
Dana Beal, what do you want to tell the medical profession about ibogaine for healing addicts? They should adopt it and embrace
What
it,
about
right?
ibogaine for Parkinson's? Because that's what Dana actually wants to talk about.
Yeah, that's the point. It's a nerve growth promoter. It has very many applications.
So what are we talking about now again?
I tell the medical professionals, you have to figure it out.
Parkinson's.
That's what I have.
It's good for Parkinson's, is what you're
I
all
can
saying?
tell you about it, but you have to credential me, and they don't want to do that.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm gonna step away to smoke this joint that Vincent has so kindly gifted us.
Thank you,
See you
Evia,
soon, YouTube.
daughter of
Thank you,
Dana
Vincent.
Beal. Daughter of Dana Beal. Evia, thank you so
I
much.
gotta go to the
Dana Beal, thank you so much. Good luck with everything.
I got to go to the bank.
All right. Take care. We're going to sign out here.
Can you
All right, Dana.
Can you give me that?